Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to NFL Week Number 1 reactions. Yes, we are fully back in action, ladies and gentlemen. NFL, big college football, every reaction you can think of, we're probably going to talk about it here on the channel. So hit that sub button, leave a comment down below so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos. And without further ado, let us go ahead and talk about NFL Week Number 1 because we have a lot that we got to talk about in a very short amount of time. Alright, so kicking us off on the 2025 NFL seasonal kickoff, we had the Dallas Cowboys going into Philly, and man, we had the chance to win that game. CeeDee Lamb dropping the last play or pass of the game from Dak Prescott. When it hit you in your damn hands made me so mad. 1 hour, 15-minute weather delay did obviously kind of go into effect when it came to defenses and how they switched it up a little bit. But I thought the Eagles played really well. I thought Jalen Hurts balled out. I thought that Devontae Smith played really well as well. However, he did not get the ball to A.J. Brown at all, which was really interesting and a really interesting tactic to use against this Dallas Cowboys defense. George Pickens, I thought, made a couple of really good plays in this matchup as well. However, Dallas had the chance to win 2 times, and CeeDee Lamb dropped both of those passes. I'm hoping he doesn't make the same mistake again as Dallas falls to 0-1 on the season thanks to Philadelphia. Moving on, we had the Friday night game that I did not get to watch any of for the most part. We had Kansas City going into Los Angeles. The boys are 1-0, baby. The Chargers starting off the year 1-0. We, of course, obviously are 1-0 thanks to Justin Herbert and his legs getting the job done there at the end of the game. Was just an absolute cake way to obviously ice off the Kansas City Chiefs and allow them to be 1-0 for the first time since, I believe, like 2017 or something like that, which is absolutely nuts. As Justin Herbert and the Chargers get the job done, obviously thanks to Ladd McConkey, Brendan Rice, Quentin Johnson, all of those guys played really good games. And Keandre Lambert-Smith did not get in the game, but hey, Chargers are 1-0, got to do anything that it takes to win, right? And the Chargers do get the job done in Brazil against division rival Kansas City Chiefs. Tampa Bay at Atlanta. This was a fun one as well. Younghoe Koo missing the game-winning kick, obviously, to send it into overtime. Tampa Bay escapes this one thanks to Emeka Egbuka, guys. This rookie is going to be really good, and his stock in sports cards is about to go up because of how good he's going to be. Him and Tez Johnson, guys. The Bucs don't miss when it comes to drafting receivers. Michael Penix, though, played really good. Baker Mayfield did struggle in the first half, but ultimately stepped up his game there in the second half and led the game in rushing as well. Tampa Bay getting the job done to start out 1-0, the only team in the NFC South to start out 1-0 on the year. Cincinnati going into Cleveland, another divisional matchup here. Cincinnati escaping the Cleveland Browns 17-16 thanks to 2 missed field goals by the kicker. This game was very fun. I actually watched a lot of this game because I wanted to see Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, all of those LSU guys, play in this one with NFL Sunday Ticket. Thank you for getting that, YouTube TV. Cincinnati was a really dominant force in the first half. In the second half, they kind of laid back a little bit. That's when Joe Flacco started to shine a little bit, right? And ultimately, Joe Flacco led the game in passing yards, 290 passing yards. So not a bad day at the office for him. He's the starting quarterback going forward and definitely can get Cleveland some wins in there is what I learned about that team. Cincinnati, on the other hand, the defense has to step up. Been a huge problem for Cincinnati fans and for the organization all throughout the offseason. Trey Hendrickson finally signs a deal, and of course the defense does not get the job done and does not step up to the task against the Cleveland Browns as Cincinnati gets the job done on the road in Cleveland, narrowly escaping. Miami going into Indy, and this Miami team is just in distraught right now. Obviously, that's probably not the right word to use there, but they are not looking too good. Tyreek Hill, there's been rumors of him wanting a trade out of Miami after this blowout loss to Indianapolis. Danny Dimes lit them up, dude. 272 passing yards. JT almost 100 rushing yards as well. This was a fantasy legacy game if you had Daniel Jones as your quarterback, which I don't know who in the heck would have had him there, but the Indianapolis Colts offense lit up the Miami Dolphins defense. They're buns without Jalen Ramsey. Let's just put it that way, as Indianapolis does get the job done at home against Miami. This might be Mike McDaniel's last year as a Miami head coach as well. Las Vegas at New England. Ashton Jeanty getting it done for the Raiders to send them obviously into a win, or into the win column, 1-0 in the AFC West. Obviously, I thought Drake May played a really good game, was able to watch a little bit of this game as well. I thought Mike Vrabel, the new scheme that he implemented in New England was as well, worked really good. But it was just Ashton Jeanty getting the job done like he is supposed to. One of the top draft picks in the league. Obviously, Las Vegas getting the job done on the road in New England as New England falls to 0-1 on the season. Arizona going into New Orleans, and a lot of people said it. This game was going to be close for no particular reason whatsoever because it's week one, because teams are still kind of ironing out. But I thought Spencer Rattler and Chris Olave looked really good. I thought Olave looked really healthy for the most part in that game. And ultimately, Arizona getting the job done on the road at New Orleans. Not a shock there. Kyler Murray struggled a little bit here and there, but they got what they needed to get the job done on the road to improve to 1-0 regardless. Pittsburgh at New York. Aaron Rodgers versus Justin Fields. This is what might have been one of the best games of the year so far in week one. This was an absolute domination by the Pittsburgh Steelers defense for the most part. The Jets defense played really well too. Again, the offense for New York just looked slow. Justin Fields did not get it together. The running game looked slow as well. Breece Hall obviously punching in for a score, but did not obviously work, right? I don't know what words I'm using here, as Pittsburgh does get the job done on the road in New York. Aaron Rodgers looks to be back. The Pittsburgh Steelers offense looks to be back, and Mike Tomlin might have found himself a guy for a year in Aaron Rodgers. New York at Washington. Russell Wilson did not complete a touchdown pass in this game. Washington's defense holding them. Jaden Daniels playing really well. 253 yards. He's on the up. No sophomore slump so far for Jaden Daniels, and we'll see if that continues here in this game on Thursday night against Green Bay, which we'll talk about tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. New York, though, Brian Daboll has said that he's sticking with Russell Wilson as the starter. However, it's only a matter of time until Jackson Dart does get into the game. And I think he will eventually get into a game come week 4 or 5 when they're struggling. Russell Wilson's not the guy in New York, as Washington does get the job done over a division rival as well. Carolina at Jacksonville, guys, we are still the laughing stock of the league. Bryce Young played terrible, let's just put it that way. T-Law dominating, Travis Etienne dominating on the run game as well. Had a 50 or so yard rushing game against us. Our defense is trash. We're the laughing stock of the NFL, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm very surprised that they gave us a primetime game on Monday Night Football against the 49ers in a few weeks. I don't think we're going to get it together by then at all. I could be wrong, I don't know, but Carolina just looks trash right now. Let's move on to the next one. Tennessee at Denver. Bo Nix looked pretty decent in this game. Cam Ward looked terrible. Obviously, receivers dropping passes does not help, but I thought that he played a decent game. I thought both quarterbacks played a decent game. It was just a really good defensive matchup for both of these squads. Tennessee losing to Denver. Bo Nix and company getting the job done. Actually, really quick note. Roger McCreary picked off former Auburn man Bo Nix. Obviously, former Auburn man Roger McCreary picking off former Auburn man. The NFL is just loaded in Auburn men, right? Let's just say it that way. As, of course, Denver getting the job done at home against Tennessee. This Tennessee team is definitely going to shock a couple of teams in the NFL come playoff time for sure. Moving on, San Francisco at Seattle. George Kittle did get injured, and he is now placed on the injury reserve list, as, of course, obviously, everybody would have expected that, right? And I don't even know why I'm starting here, but the San Francisco 49ers tight end dude made an amazing catch. If you guys did not see it, go look it up right now, as nobody knew who this dude was, but now people are starting to realize that JSN played terrible, I thought. I thought that Christian McCaffrey was a heavily part of why this 49ers team ultimately escaped with the win. Sam Darnold obviously did not play terrible as well. It was just the defense for San Francisco stepping up in that matchup. Detroit at Green Bay. Green Bay is going to be a problem, ladies and gentlemen. I posted it on X. I think Green Bay makes the NFC Championship game this year. Yes, you heard it correctly. Here first. Green Bay is going to make the NFC Championship game. That was a crazy defensive performance from the Packers against Jared Goff and the Lions. Not sure what's going on the Lions' offensive side of things with Ben Johnson being gone. We'll see if the Lions can get it together, but right now the Packers are going to be the favorites to win that division. Houston at Los Angeles, a very boring game. Los Angeles getting the job done thanks to their defense. Let's move on and talk about the Sunday night football game, which was an absolute banger. Baltimore, Buffalo, Lamar, Josh. I hate watching Lamar so hard in this matchup. However, I give credit where credit's due. Lamar played a really good game. It was just Derrick Henry and ultimately what he was able to do for the most part. Fumble, Bills get it. Bills go down, kick a field goal to win the game. Josh Allen getting the job done at home. I thought Josh Allen played really well, 384 yards, obviously, or 94 yards rather. A heck of a game from Josh Allen. Derrick Henry showing why he's one of the all-time greats in the NFL. I think he will be in the Hall of Fame one day, that's for sure. And then Zay Flowers' legacy game, ladies and gentlemen. Zay Flowers had a heck of a game, helped out Lamar Jackson a lot, opened up the field for him. However, it wasn't enough as the Bills defense holds on, and ultimately it came down to Josh Allen, and he delivered in that matchup as they close out the Sunday slate with a win against Baltimore. Moving on to the Monday night game, and that'll be our final game that we react to here before we got to get this edited and out for you guys. Minnesota at Chicago. J.J. McCarthy in that second half turned it up, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure a lot of people right now are banking on J.J. McCarthy to be one of the best in the NFL, or one of the better rookies for their sports cards and stuff like that. Played really well in that second half, struggled in that first half. Caleb Williams does the opposite. They got some things to figure out on offense for sure, as they were not able to keep up once Minnesota got going and got it to Justin Jefferson, got it to Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen, the former Carolina Panther, getting the win in his Minnesota Vikings debut for the 2025 NFL season, as J.J. McCarthy looks to be legit, man, for the Minnesota Vikings. Let me know what you thought of the video, though, in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn that bell on. Those are my NFL Week Number 1 reactions. A little bit of a quickie one for you guys because I've got somewhere I gotta be. Thank you all so much for watching this one. Again, tomorrow we'll have NFL predictions. We'll also have ACC reactions and predictions as well. So stay tuned. Hit that sub button. Leave a comment down below. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.